guys, hope everybody's having a fantastic day as we continue with our epic unboxing brought to us courtesy of our brother from another mother, Lord Needham. Give him a follow on Instagram. Guys, this unboxing's been epic. Let's get into the rest of it. Let's just let's start right here. So if you haven't seen the first part of the unboxing, I'll link it up there. But there'll be a lot of pauses in this because I think I've shown more than I've talked. Because all right, guys, so I have handled a Roosevelt at Blade Show 2022. They didn't go in 2023. And Lord was kind enough to part with this for a few days for me to check it out. And I've not touched this one yet. I've been looking at them. I've been following the Sunday drops. This one is knife number 1282, which tells me that's the 1282nd knife they've made at Oz. The Roosevelt, 1282nd Roosevelt. Its birth date was January 14th, so it looks like it's from one of the most recent drops. 6364 HRC Magna Cut blade, radial milling, all tie construction. Guys, when I picked this up at Blade Show 2022, that's a lifetime ago in the knife industry. Or that's wrong way to put it. That's a lifetime ago for someone who had kind of just started experiencing knives again. And this little knife, to me, I didn't really get it because at the time I equated. Keep in mind, we all think differently, right? When you're new in the hobby, and I'm sure I'm gonna think differently, probably back to where I started when I get towards the end of the hobby. But I equated mass, weight, wackiness with dollars. I had not yet experienced the SPK Lamia, one of my favorite knives that I picked up. I had not understood really the beauty of a small to medium sized, very well made, handcrafted knife. And I can just tell before I even open this, I just love it. It's slim. Just real quick, see how it goes. Pocket clip works great. Takes up very, very, very little pocket real estate. I just had I don't know if it was dopamine, I don't know if it was adrenaline, I don't know what you'd call what I just witnessed flipping that time, but it was different. I guess when I was at Blade Show, I had a bunch of people around me, there was a line, I grabbed one of several Rosies off the table, gave it a flick. Had no idea guys, I'm sorry that I don't have more words, but I may have found a new grail to chase. I've kind of been looking at them. I know this is just an unboxing, guys, and all these knives are going to get their own reviews, but I've got personal curiosity on the size of this knife. I'm fucked. Anyway, so Oz Roosevelt. First time, thanks to Brother Lord Needham, that I have spent this much time with one. Again, I spent not even a full 60 seconds handling it. Because I'll be honest with you, I picked it up off the table. If you can imagine, if you've been to Blade Show, it was chaos. I finally got up to the table, picked it up. The weight underwhelmed me. So for some reason, when I picked it up off the table, this was 2 years ago, it did not feel like $800, right? It just seemed like, Guys, for an urban, that is for me, a city dweller, EDC pocket knife, USA made, classy as fuck. Jesus. And again, I'm going to ask Lord Needham if we can slice paper in our overviews of these knives. But it is very sharp, very thin, beautiful swedge, nice drop point, just gradual drop point, finger choil that is, for my hand, perfect. I don't feel the clip. Not only is there not a hot spot, when I'm death gripping it, I'm not feeling the clip. Well done, Oz Machine Company. Guys, this goes back to my advice. If you try a knife, don't like it, don't buy it. Definitely. If you see that knife come around again and something piques your interest, no harm and no foul in picking it up and checking it out again. Things could have changed in the versions. Most likely things changed in what you have evolved into liking. But I can tell you, and I haven't opened this next box yet, but this may be the best feeling knife I've ever handled. I can't say that definitively. I'm going to live with it for a couple of days. But it fits like an absolute glove. And for it being so light, the action is so good. I love the stone-washed, kind of heavy, distressed tie. I would not at all be hesitant to carry this all day long. I love the way that lock bar insert is done, that steel lock bar insert. It is, to me, elegant and awesome as a result of its simplicity and design. And I think it's worth every penny. I also respect Oz Machine Company in a huge way. A lot of people don't know this, but they were at Blade Show 2022, and they weren't there at 2023, but they were at Maker Syndicate. And a lot of people were like, yeah, Oz Machine Co. is not here. Well, that's weird. I wonder why. They're missing the boat. No, they're not. Oz Machine Co. knows what they do. They know what they've got. They were at their booth in 2022 and would watch people come by one after another, buy their knives, take 2 steps off the table, list them, and almost double their money instantly. I heard that it pissed them off because they felt like their customers who weren't able to get their knives on drops were getting screwed on secondary. So instead of, they felt one way to eliminate that problem was just not to participate in Blade Show, focus on the smaller shows where they could have direct access to customers that would keep their knives. And as disappointed as I was not to see them in 2023, my respect for them grew immensely, because that, to me, and there could be another reason, but is choosing the community's interests over my own interests. However, Oz Machine Company, by building knives like this and having drops like they do on the internet, I don't know why they need to go to a show. Guys, this knife is almost perfection. So anyway, the Oz Roosevelt, speechless, just speechless. We will call this number 1282. And we will move it over here for just a second. And we will see what's in the Koenig box. Now, if you guys search the channel, and I'll link it at the end. Well, I can't link 2 videos. Yeah, I can. Maybe I can. We'll see how good I am at YouTube's. But I have reviewed the full-size Aries that my buddy A to Z EDC had at the same time I reviewed his Evo. And if y'all remember, after a week, I'd fallen in love with the Evo, and I'd kind of lost interest in the Aries because it was big for me, right? The Evo was big, but in a different way. It had that hulky big. This is the mini Aries. When I saw that this was coming out, I got very interested because this is one of the finest machine knives I've seen come out of the US. And this is an M390 burnished with PF. We will see what that is. I'm not going to guess. We'll call it P feathers. So this is M390 burnished with P feathers. And you've got a patterned titanium handle. It was born on December 14th, 2023. A little Aries sticker in there. And before I open this, I've got a sneaking suspicion that this is going to leave a dent. Guys, I am in trouble. All right. The mini Aries. What I'm doing right now is I'm hoping you guys can see the detailed CNC milling on these scales. It's absolutely stunning. And you've got this blue anodized clip and hardware and pivot. I'm going to kind of rotate it because I'm looking through an iPhone screen. I don't know what you guys are going to be able to see on the actual recording. Use the flipper tab. Guys, this fits my hand. This is just, again, curiosity. We're doing an unboxing. So they're right in there about the same size. But this is just a great example of two similarly priced, USA made, what I would call boutique brands. Two of the best, I would say the two best in the business. I've not handled the Grimsmo. I've handled, but I've not lived with the Grimsmo, Rask, or Norseman. But this is, to me, two ends of a wonderful spectrum. From highly refined, machined, finished, to simple, understated, rugged elegance. But this is the Koenig Mini Aries. Just curious how the clip works. Perfectly. Guys, like I said on the Jaeger, I was a flipper only, or middle finger flicker only guy, which this one middle finger flicks great. And the reason I was is in the old days when these flipper tabs were a little longer, sometimes they would interfere with your flick. They'd hit your hand. That was me just slipping off the back of the blade. So you've got a beautiful satin flat, satin flat up here, stone washed down the blade. Amazing sharpening choil. I mean, would you look at that? How to do a sharpening choil 101. You got Koenig on the show side. M390 that disappears when you open the knife and when you close it. To me, that's design magic. Thinking. Blade to handle ratio, amazing. I am so thankful that this knife is not available. Give me a second while I throw up. Sorry about that, guys. Koenig mini Aries, guys. And the Oz Roosevelt that shall be called 1282 to finish, without a shadow of a doubt, the most epic unboxing to date to have been on Javon's Knife Flicks. Thanks to Brother Lord Needham. Guys, I'm speechless, overwhelmed, stoked. Keep in mind, I can't paint the full picture for you guys so you can understand the emotions that I'm dealing with. Because, like I always say, the only thing my channel is really good for is showing you things and telling you how knives make me feel. Let me give you a story. As we get into the knife game, part of the allure, God, the access to that lock bar is perfect. Part of the fun is watching the mailbox. Mail calls, right? We always look forward to those. I am coming off of a little bit of a snow event here in Alabama that left me with 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 24-hour periods of not seeing a mail truck. My dopamine had slowly collapsed into itself. So yesterday, Tuesday, the first day that mail was delivered, you saw an unboxing because I had actually several mail trucks come by. They're trying to get caught up. They're still not. And this package did not come. I figured it was still a day behind. It came later yesterday. And I started the unboxing this morning, or late last night, early this morning, and realized I wasn't going to be able to get it all in one unboxing. But the moral of that story is to go from having an what would you call it? An impaled or imploded dopamine level from not opening anything or seeing anything different, to having the first mail call, which included the Doberman or the Dachshund and my little pen and my little butterfly knife and some other crazy little shit. But then when this one came in, for this to kind of be the first unboxing after 7 days, it's kind of like a tolerance break, maybe. That's me using old addict language. But not that I ever would recommend it, because it was painful going 7 days for me without opening something. What an absolute pot of gold at an end of a rainbow after you've been on a 7-year drought to have an unboxing like this. It takes 2 days to really even go through, look at, and then to have 5 specimens to look at that are just, every one of them, amazing in their own right. So guys, today, the other 2 knives besides the 2 Jaegers and the Apex, Brother Lord Needham, kind enough to share experiencing a Oz Roosevelt, and something that I've been so interested in, experiencing a Koenig mini Aries, because this is so much smaller than the full size, and it loses none of what I thought I loved about the Koenig Aries. But guys, 2 things. First, go to Instagram if you're not already. Put in old Lord Needham's name. Take a look at his first 2 pictures. You'll want to subscribe then. And then enjoy his reel or his page. He's got the coolest knives, and he's a great photographer. And also, please look out for the guy or gal to your left. Please look out for the guy or gal to your right. Please look out for each other. Go forward with love in your heart. Choose debate, not hate. I love you all. These knives will be coming to you in individual overviews, and I am stoked to bring them to you. Peace out.